So good morning all. Today we'll be discussing some problems, numericals regarding the circular and elliptical cross sections. Before that, we have studied two methods, say Shen-Venon's and Prandtl stress function method, right? So I know that both these methods are of they are big and it will take time to derive all these things, and it is very hard to remember these steps. Okay, so for that I have made a comparison table how these things are derived. Okay, in both cases we are going to derive torque. Okay, torque of a prismatic bars. Okay, but how we are doing that, how we reach that value of torque, that is what we are going to show in this small diagram. Okay, in Shen-Venon method we first find out the displacement, that means u, v, w things, and you substituted these values in strain equations, and in that strain equation you will be having only these two values, tau yz and tau zx, and you have taken that value and substituted it to find out stress. Okay, from that we derived the governing equation del square psi is equal to 0. Now applying this in boundary condition, that is x, nx, ny, nz, sx, xy, that equation, then you will get a Shen-Venon's formulation theory. Okay, from that you will find out torque, which is nothing but force into perpendicular distance, and from there you will find out the J integral value. Okay, g theta into J will be the final, and from that J will be found out. Okay, this is how Shen-Venon's method is derived. In case of Prandtl method, what first you are considering the not displacement, non-zero stress components, that means stress tau xz and tau yz are assumed with some values. Okay, and then you find out the corresponding strain. Okay, and now there is a different thing that we are doing. It is compatibility condition. We get the this equation from compatibility conditions, whereas here we will just get this from the stress equations itself. Okay, now we'll go for boundary conditions, and from in that we result dou phi by dou s is 0, phi is taken as 0, and then we find out torque, which is 2 double integral phi dx dy, and this value of this constant value is found from this value as minus 2g theta. Okay, this is an important, very important observation done in Prandtl method. Okay, and the equations that we have derived from each and every steps, from boundary conditions we got this equation for Shen-Venon's, and here del square phi you got this value minus 2g theta. Okay, here t is equal to g j theta, where j is this value, whereas here torque is this value. Okay, now regarding shear stress, you have tau yz, tau xz here in Shen-Venon's method, whereas you will get this value in Prandtl function. For a circle, psi is a constant c, whereas here for circle phi will be m into x square plus y square minus c square. For ellipse, psi is equal to axy, whereas here phi is equal to m into x square by x square plus y square by b square minus 1. Okay, now I will again explain the formulas that are used for circular section. Torque is g j theta, where j is equal to pi r per 4 by 2. This is for circular sections only. Okay, tau yz is tx by j, tau xz is minus ty by j. These are the shear stresses. So these formulas you need to find. These things we have already found it. Okay, you just need to recollect it, that's all. Which are all the important things. Resultant shear stress, you'll get tau is equal to tr by j, and its direction is tan alpha is equal to minus x by y. This we have not discussed, but it's very clear. You have a circle, this is the alpha, this will be x and this will be y. Okay, so tan alpha will be this thing. Okay. So in case of elliptical section, torque is g theta by pi a cube b cube by a square plus b square. This we have derived. Tau yz, tau xz, resultant shear stress and maximum shear stress. Okay, so these values you need to these are important for doing the problems. Okay, now we'll do two problems regarding this. A circular shaft 10 centimeter diameter. So diameter is initially it's a circular shaft. So the equation for circular sections that we need, I have written it. Okay, so circular shaft diameter is, so we can find out the radius. Length is given. It's required to transmit power with a maximum angle of twist. See, they have given only angle of twist. It's not angle of twist per unit length. Okay, it's 3 degree. So G is given. You need to find the torque T, resultant shear stress tau, maximum possible power. P is 2 pi nt by 60. That you might be knowing it from your thermal or as well as mechanics basics. You will be knowing those things. Okay, so these are the equations used that has to be used for this circular sections. Okay, so they have given radius, you can find out from the given diameter. Okay, angle of twist they have given in degrees, convert it to radians. How will you convert it? See, you can do this sort of thing if you have confusion. See, pi radians means it is 180 degree. So 3 degrees will give you how many radians? Do that, cross multiply these things. Okay, then it will be 3 pi by 180. Okay, so 3 pi by 180 is the angle of twist, but theta is angle of twist per unit length. This is very important. Theta is 3 degree by L, that means 3 pi by 180 into length is 1.1. So theta you got 0.047 radians. Now G is 8 into 10 power 4 megapascal. Converting it to Newton per meter square, you need to multiply it by 10 power 6. Okay, G is 8 into 10 power 10. So also given speed as 1500 rpm. So you just need to substitute all these things. J is pi r per raised to 4 by 2. You will get the value of J. T is G J theta. You know theta, G and J. You will get torque. Tau is T R by J. All these values you know. You will substitute it and you will get the answer. Power is 2 pi nt by 60. N is 1500. You will get the answer. Okay. Now we'll do what problem regarding elliptical shaft. An elliptical shaft is subjected to a torque. The torque T has been given 2.5 kilonewton meter. Convert it into Newton meter. Okay, maximum shear stress in the shaft is not to exceed 80 meganewton per meter square. Okay, so convert into Newton per meter square. Mega is 10 power 6, right? Okay, if G is 80 giganewton, giga means 80 into 10 power 9. Okay, Newton per meter square. Determine major and minor axis, that is A and B. If major axis is 1.5 times minor axis, major axis, which is major axis A, right? So A is equal to 1.5 B. Angular twist per unit length, theta you need to find out. Okay, so for initially for elliptical shaft, torque is given by this equation. From that you can find out theta. Also maximum shear stress is given by this equation. Okay, now you just apply these formulas, that's all. A and B, if A is equal to 1.5 B, theta is equal to, you need to find out the angle of twist per unit length. Tau max, first you add this equation. From there you know all these terms. Torque you know, A, B you don't know, but you have that relation. Tau max you know, 1.5 B into B square. Okay, so B will be a value 0.023 meter, and from there A you will get 0.035 meter. Okay, now to find out theta from this equation, theta will be, you apply in this equation, that will be T into A square plus B square by A cube B cube D by J. Okay, so A, B you found out, T you know, G they have given. Okay, you substitute the values of A and B here in this equation, then you will get theta is equal to 0.033 radian, which is approximately 2 degrees. Okay, So this is how questions can be asked in case of circular and elliptical cross section. More problems can be done while we start our revision. Okay, thank you.